Hello everyone. Let us continue with the lesson Playing the English Gentleman. Gandhiji started doing an impossible task to become an English gentleman. For that, he purchased many things like evening suit, top hat, tie, and such many things. But apart from these things, he wanted to look polished. So he directed his attention towards other things to become an English gentleman. Then he decided to take lessons in dancing, learning French language, and elocution. He joined the dancing class for that. Then he started learning French language because it was the lingua franca of the continent, of the Europe continent. And he started taking lessons on elocutions also, and he spent money for these things. Now let us continue. I thought I should learn to play the violin in order to cultivate a ear for Western music. Though he joined dancing classes, but he could not learn the art of dancing because he could not follow the Western music, the rhythm of the Western music. So he thought that he should learn to play the violin in order to cultivate a ear for Western music. He wanted to learn Western music. So he thought that he should learn to play the violin. So I invested £3 in a violin and something more in fees. Gandhiji invested £3 in a violin to purchase a violin, £3, and something more in fees. More than £3 he spent for fees to learn violin. I sought a third teacher to give me lessons in elocution. First teacher, dancing teacher. Second teacher, violin teacher. And the third teacher, I sought a third teacher to give me lessons in elocution. Third teacher to give him or to teach him elocution, and paid him a preliminary fee of a guinea. Guinea is a gold coin. Old gold coin of Britain, England. So he wasted 1 guinea, that is gold coin, for the preliminary fee for the elocution teacher. He recommended Bell's Standard Elocutionists as the textbook. He means that elocution teacher recommended Bell's Standard Elocutionist. Bell, this is the name of the writer. Bell's, this is the name of the book, Standard Elocutionist, written by Bell. So that teacher, elocution teacher, recommended this Bell's book, Standard Elocutionist, as the textbook to learn about the elocution, which Gandhiji purchased. And I began with a speech of Pitt's, and from that textbook, Standard Elocutionist, Gandhiji started reading the speeches, and he started from the speech of Pitt's. Pitt's, it is the name of the writer, Pitt's speech. Gandhiji began reading that book with the speech of Pitt's. So all these efforts Gandhiji was doing to become an English gentleman. But Mr. Bell rang the bell of alarm in my ear. But when Gandhiji was reading this book of Mr. Bell, while reading this book, Mr. Bell rang the bell of alarm, means there was a bell rung in the ear of Gandhiji, and it was the bell of alarm. Alarm means he became alert. Gandhiji became alert while reading the book written by Mr. Bell. So he became alert and awoke. He awoke. What he was doing? For what he had come to London, and for what he was doing. He became awoke and he became alert. I have not to spend a lifetime in England, he thought. Gandhiji thought that he was not to spend a lifetime in England. He had to return to India. So I said to myself, he was thinking about, what then was the use of learning elocution? Why should I learn elocution in England? When I will return to India, then I will have much time to learn elocution. So why should I waste my time, important time here to learn elocution? So he became alert and he was thinking about all these practices he was doing to become an English gentleman. And how could dancing make a gentleman of me? How could dance, if I could learn the art of dancing, then I will become a gentleman. This idea was stupid idea. So he was thinking, how could dancing make a gentleman of me? The violin I could learn even in India. Why should I join the class to learn violin, to play the violin? I could learn violin in India also. I was a student and ought to go on with my studies. Gandhiji was thinking that he was a student there. He came to learn law and ought to go on with my studies. He should concentrate on his studies also. I should qualify myself to join the Inns of Court. For this reason, he had come to London, and he should study hard to qualify himself to join the Inns of Court, law court, the name of the court in England, London, Inns of Court. He should study hard to qualify to join this court. If my character made a gentleman of me, so much the better. If my character is good, then I will definitely become a gentleman. If my character made a gentleman of me, so much the better. And it is the better thing to keep one's character to become a gentleman. Character is important thing to become a gentleman. Not all these practices Gandhiji was doing to become an English gentleman. Otherwise, I should forego the ambition. I should leave the ambition. If my character is not good, then I will not become a gentleman, and I should leave the ambition to become an English gentleman. So these thoughts came to Gandhiji's mind while reading that book on elocution. These and similar thoughts possessed me, and these and similar many other thoughts possessed me. Possessed me, he was thinking about this and similar other thoughts, and I expressed them in a letter which I addressed to the elocution teacher. Then he wrote a letter to the elocution teacher about the thoughts he had in his mind, requesting him to excuse me from further lessons. And he requested the elocution teacher through that letter that to excuse me, to forgive him, that he could not continue the further lessons in elocution, in learning elocution. He wanted to free from these lessons or this class on elocution, and he said that from now he will not continue these lessons. I had taken only 2 or 3. Gandhiji said that he had taken only 2 or 3 lessons on elocution. Now he wanted to stop. I wrote a similar letter to the dancing teacher. First he wrote a letter to elocution teacher. Then he wrote the similar letter to the dancing teacher because he could not learn the dancing properly, and went personally to the violin teacher. 3 teachers, there were 3 teachers, one elocution teacher. He wrote a letter to stop the lessons. Then similar letter he wrote to the dancing teacher to stop the lessons, training. And to the third violin teacher, he went personally to meet the violin teacher with a request to dispose of the violin for any price it might fetch. And he requested the violin teacher to sell or to return the violin for any cost, any price it could bring. She was rather friendly to me. The violin teacher was rather friendly to me. Actually, she should be angry with Gandhiji, but she was rather friendly to Gandhiji. So I told her how I had discovered that I was pursuing a false idea, and as she was very friendly with Gandhiji, so Gandhiji explained that he pointed out, he discovered that he was doing false things. He was pursuing false idea to become an English gentleman. He explained all the things and whatever thoughts came to his mind to that violin teacher. She was very good, she was very friendly. So she encouraged me in the determination to make a complete change. Now Gandhiji Gandhiji was determined to make a complete change. He wanted to leave all these practices to become an English gentleman, and he determined to make a complete change. So she, violin teacher, encouraged Gandhiji in his determination to make a complete change. She encouraged Gandhiji, she motivated Gandhiji, she helped Gandhiji in his determination, whatever he decided to make a complete change from now. This infatuation in false love, false attraction. This infatuation must have lasted about 3 months. This infatuation means this false attractions towards becoming an English gentleman. This infatuation, this false attraction, false love towards becoming an English gentleman must have lasted about 3 months. It lasted means whatever he joined the classes and he started learning new things to become an English gentleman. So these practices lasted about 3 months, near about 3 months. The careful, now he left all the things, but the carefulness in dress persisted for years. But the carefulness in dress means good dress, evening suit, hot top hat, all these things he persisted for years. But henceforward I became a student. Henceforward I became a student to learn new things. But henceforward I became a student means for which reason he had come to London to study law. So from now he left all the practices to become an English gentleman, and he concentrated on his study of law. So that's why he says that I became a student from now, means he concentrated on his studies and he started doing efforts to complete his degree, to study law, for which he had come to London. So this is the thing, this is the experience he describes here, how the false love tempted him in London to become an English gentleman. It was the false idea, it was the false infatuation, false love to become an English gentleman. But he left all the things and he concentrated on his studies. This is how Gandhiji describes in this lesson his experiences while in London, and he started following the false idea to become an English gentleman. At last he concludes here that it was the false idea, whatever he was doing various practices to become an English gentleman. That's all. Thanks.